Okay.
Okay.
I'm Pigpen?
And I'm Dookie.
Dookie. Okay. So, a lot of people like getting to the point, so we should really get
Yep.
to the point and get on with this. We got a pronunciation correction first, or setting us straight since we really didn't know how to say it.
Yeah,
Jack
neither of us
Brown
did.
sets us straight on that town in Florida, or city, place, location. Dania. It's Dania, Florida. And he says, keep up the great work. Well, that's the plan. We'll see it actually happens. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Well, we plan to keep doing the E.L.O. podcast as good as we can. And
Yep. And I'll keep an eye out on the news for what Florida man has done in Dania.
it's sure it's just a matter of time.
Exactly.
Yep.
I'm hoping for another big fight.
All right. So now, comments about getting to the point.
Corey Gomel says, getting to the point still gives me goose pimples. Is that a thing? Yes, it is. To this day, when I hear it, it's that good. But I believe there are many other great songs coming up on your podcast. Just you wait, even with the reverb, even though with your headphone, you can hear where Jeff's voice stops and the reverb kicks in. This song is fantastic. I always heard the lyrics as Jeff's breakup with E.L.O, or at least the insight that he has taken his vision of the Electric Light Orchestra experiment, idea, dream to its conclusion, complete with a saxophone as opposed to an orchestra, a dagger in my heart, even though it's a great solo. By the way, saxophone? I'm pretty sure Roy Wood got the sax in the divorce along with all the other woodwind instruments, whereas Jeff got custody of the string instruments. And yet, this bittersweet Dear John letter to E.L.O. from Jeff is so good. This song is just setting up the listener for the final kick in the gut of Send It, where Jeff says, Adios, amigos, unless you find this dream and send back to him. Spoiler, his dream turns out to be the almighty dollar, and he finds it again.
Yes, he does. MJ Folds. What a crummy song. One of the worst. Just kidding. Adore this song. One of my favorites.
And G. Brewer says, I would like to say that is a beautiful, well-crafted ballad. I didn't read the signs of Beware, so I did not know, like everybody else says, that Balance of Power was ELO's last album, and that this song was about their dissolvement. I was 19 years old and grateful again to have more ELO to enjoy. It is a song that I include on CD mixes for friends. Yes, I make CD mixes for friends. That's because that's where you're going to end up is in the friend zone. Because the song seems more mainstream than most ELO songs and fits right in with other moving on songs.
Yeah, I was 16 when the album came out, January 86. And, um, yeah, I was clueless. I was hoping this wasn't going to be ELO's last album, but as time went on and Jeff went to other things, it was kind of obvious. Yeah, Balance of Power was it. Tracer Anthony. Here we have a song that could easily represent a breakup of a relationship between two people, but with the hindsight of the band's deteriorating behind the scenes situation, Lynn's burnout to pursue solo projects, and the end of their contractual obligations. Getting to the point carries extra emotional weight and was instead a melancholy eulogy to one of the most identifiable and successful rock and roll bands in history, the Electric Light Orchestra. Oh, there's something else from G. Brewer. G. Brewer, he also said, or G. Brewer also said, didn't include with his forgot to include it with his comments. I really like your clean edits of the songs being reviewed. Well, thank you. I'm glad my production work is pretty freaking awesome. I agree. Sometimes it's really tough to make it so well that you can't hear the edit. All right, I think I'm done with that. Now, Trevor, or if you got something
Yeah.
to say.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you do a good job. It doesn't, yeah, that's my thing is that everybody's edits these days, podcasts and video. It's almost like you can just hear chop, 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 chop,
Yeah,
chop, chop.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like they don't even try to hide the fact that they just redid it, that they just edited everything. There's jumps and everything. You do a good job of keeping that to a minimum.
Yeah, and it hurts my ears. It hurts my head when I hear a bad edit. It's just, no. Um, no, I've always loved cutting up sound and editing it and mixing it around, and sometimes it works great. Sometimes it's, no, that's awful. Um, the ones that I love are where I can't hear the edit, even though I know exactly that's where the splice is, but I can't hear it. Those are the ones that make me edit gasm. Oh, that was beautiful. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, most of the time these days it sounds like when you take a 10-minute prog song and knock it down to 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm thinking single version of Roundabout and Roll Over Beethoven. Yeah, those were.
Yeah, roundabout. Roundabout is actually what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Trevor Raggett says, less than a month into one of my least favorite E.L.O. albums, and we are 3 for 3. Another cracking track. Now, to be sure, it's not a classic E.L.O. song. And of course, you nominated the last classic E.L.O. song a few weeks ago. But you know, whenever this tune comes on my car playlist of fave E.L.O. tunes, my wife and I end up singing along at the top of our voices. What a fabulous Jeff Lynne OBE power ballad. Hey, I just forgot he just got his OBE.
He just did, yep.
Yep. So maybe it's not the classic E.L.O. song, but maybe it is the last classic song by E.L.O. P.S. Yes, I know, Calling America. It's fine and like it, but a classic? No. Apart from that tune, it's pretty much all downhill from here on. Yeah, he got his OBE where I got my OMG.
Yeah, I usually get that, but considering the pictures that I send to strangers, I can understand why I get the OMG. And the
You, not even strangers, just to everybody.
and the, well,
Next time you vote, just show the ballot.
I wanted to show the perks of voting at home. You don't have to wear clothes. So,
Yeah, that could have been said in words.
yeah, but it wouldn't have been as funny here. So where is it, Trevor? Yeah, Trevor, you and your wife singing. If you listen to the expanded episodes, I don't know if you subscribe to those expanded episodes, available only at Patreon for $2 per episode. So that's $8 a month, and you get more things. There are some cover versions of what are we doing? Getting to the point. And they are horrendous. You really should hear them. And if you haven't heard them, $8 a month, $2 per expanded episode. You only hear them at Patreon. We cover one of the things we do in the expanded episodes. If there's a remake of an E.L.O. song, we cover it or a few of them. And
Or if I've been bad that week, he makes me listen to him.
yeah, and yeah, you gotta hear what somebody did to getting to the point. If you like bad singing, if it makes you laugh, because I do, and yeah, it's a scene, man. Mark Jealous. Yes, it's all about the breakup of E.L.O., and that is why I always found this song difficult to listen to. It's probably also why I was glad at the time it didn't chart. The band I'd loved since being little would soon be no more. In essence, I was in denial of the inevitable, but now I recognize it is a great song, and perhaps a great life lesson too. Yep, the lesson
And
is don't get attached to the things. People, bands, whatever, they'll all leave you. Best to just
that's true.
be alone and with Legos, and because Legos are forever, plastic never leaves. And that's the
Same with
lesson.
vinyl.
And that's the, well, then you get attached to a band, which bands eventually break up.
But you still have the vinyl.
Yeah, but you're crushed that the band is no more. I won't get any more from them. It's like the breakup. It's like the old love notes. You're still hung up on her and you're still reading the love notes, but the love ain't there anymore because she's gone. So sort of like
But
the same
love
thing.
letters are not worth anything. The vinyl might be collectible.
Well, depends on who the love letter was from. So if it's a celebrity, you can get some extortion money out of them. Then there you go.
Well, I never actually got any direct letters from celebrities that I mailed. They usually don't fill out their own cease and desist.
No, I've found that out. Jim Neighbors made that very clear to me on many times. So anyway,
Yep.
we should probably go on before we've said too much.
Taz Barkley says, "Hi guys." Hi Taz. As I've already said, this is one of my favorite Jeff/E.L.O. albums. I don't know if it's because it being the last album, it's more poignant, or I find this song to be both sad and beautiful. I think everyone can relate to this song at some point in their lives. Getting to the point of something that's deep and meaningful, and being a part of your life for so long can have a huge impact on the heart. This is definitely a power ballad. Whenever I play this song, that bit where it's the drums, the saxophone, Jeff's voice, all of it coming together and roaring out is just amazing. You can't help but do air drumming in your space when hearing it. Haha. But you can feel the sadness in this album that although Jeff knows he's had it enough, this has been his life for a long time. And like any breakup, they're never easy, and you can just hear it and feel it. I've always thought the album should have been called Balance of Patience because I think that's what was going on at the time. Heart. Well, another thing that can really hit your heart with an impact is deep fried butter.
Yeah, or a lot of spam. That's what's going to do me in.
Wait a minute. Take a stick of butter and a can of spam, batter it, deep fry it, powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Ha.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you're gonna go out, I guess.
Yep. G. Brewer, thanks for reading my silly comments. Well, you're welcome. Happy to. Looks like you guys are having fun. We try. I'm trying not to be distracted by all the construction noise that's going on right outside there, tearing apart the front of the apartment parking lot.
Yeah. Today's one of the few days I'm not having that situation happen.
That's right. Usually the construction's on your end. It looks like you guys are having fun. I hope so. Knock. Such an enjoyable magnetic train wreck. Funny. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, and we got a review from Mark Jealous. Says some very nice things about us.
Yes, he did. He said the two Erics form a disparate in style, but perfect complementary commentary on E.L.O. songs. As well as their own thoughts, they also gave fascinating facts and keep things fresh with interjections such as thoughts from Troy, great lines from, and of course, what does Madeline think? Well, worth a listen. Well, worth a listen on their podcast and Zoom outlets. E.L.O. fans will love it, as will those with perhaps a less formal appreciation of the output from Jeff and company over the years.
Thank you very much. And I'm glad to see somebody likes thoughts from Troy. So, yeah, cool. I know I get shy when people get compliments, but still, it's still great to see and hear and read them and all that stuff.
No, I'm used to preening in the mirror, so
Mm.
I go, of course we're perfect.
Well, with this hair, of course I do. Especially as I get deeper and deeper into my 50s, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I still
Still
have all
there.
my hair.
Yeah,
And it's
that's me. It's still there.
and 90 something percent of it is still pretty much the same color it's been since I hit puberty. Because
Gray?
you,
Oh.
is it gray? Because it used to be blonde, And then I turned 11 and it all turned brown. So just don't look at the beard. Here, we'll do this and hide that the beard has gone gray. That's perfect. That's beautiful. I solved my problem.
Well, just keep it that way, and then I'll expect you to do a barn raising.
Like I'm going to do actual work that involves hands and arms. And
Eric Paul's now living in an Amish paradise.
Well, it'd be a paradise if I had electricity and internet and somebody else doing all the building.
That's true, which means that, yeah, you're not Amish.
No, I am not. No. All right. That should be enough for today.
Yep.
Maybe that should be our sign off. That should be it. That should be enough for today.
Enough for today.
Yep.